Searching on Odyssey. Okay, Odyssey up and working. It says my connection is unstable, but let me check the connection. Ooh, everything looks good. Some papers fell on the floor. Picking up some papers. A couple of books. I'm coming. Papers all over the place. Papers all over the place. There's papers all over the place. We have to save this place. We are going to put all the words in the dictionary, all the phrases that we use, all the different names of poetry that we read to our children in the 40s, in the 20s, in the 10s, in the 50s, in the 60s, especially in the 60s. The 60s in 1910, the 20s in 1950, 1930 and 1940 was the head of DC. The battle begins in the 30s and the 40s. 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, the dice cube. Al-Akaba, the house of the cube. Malice, backwards in the word. But when IS begins a word, that is the beginning of 51, 5 and 1. Although it's 9 and 19 on square paper, it looks like a 1 and a 5 or a 5 and a 1. The L can be used as a 50, Roman numerals. And AM is the first set of the alphabet, if you want to look at it that way, and it represents AI, or 13 times 7 equals to 91, because A is 1 and I is 9. And what it is about 19, it has to be presented separately. The 10 has to be said, and the 9 has to be said. Hold on a second, I'm letting a fly out and letting the cat in. In French, number 19 is said 19. 19. So the 9 is said separately. So if I'm going to say AI, I'm going to be saying automatically the I, the other end of A. A plays a role in I. Is there a chance that the alphabet is one area? Let me see if I can explain this. If the alphabet is, here is A, here is B, here is C, here is D, I think I'm going to change that. Here is A, here is B, here is CCC, here is DD, DD. In between what is, in between partial of what is C and B and D. Imagine, I'm hoping that you can see what I'm showing you. I'll try and design it. And then you get to E, and E has a E. I'm gonna show you this. Hold on a second. And I don't know if it gets bigger or smaller. Okay, I want to know where my book is. I want to know, my book. Where's my book? I'm gonna have to start another book. I can't start another book. A, B, C, D, E. Don't lose your trend of thought. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, I'm not going to lose my trend of thought. Okay, so here's A, and then here's B. Whoop, let me see. Yeah, here's B. And then here is C. And then here is D. I'm just making something up right now. I'm looking for something. And here is D. So, and then here is, let me see if I got it. A, B, C, D, E. So here we get black. And the black one goes to 1, 3, and 5. So that doesn't go over here. 8, 16, 24, 32. This is the, how come my cat just closed my camera on me? I'm not sure from where you saw. She just stepped in there, brought her beautiful tail in. I gave her a nice trimming. Show everybody your butt. That's it. There you go. That's all you have to know. It comes out that information center. Has tons of information. There you go. Just sit down right there, right? Is that the only place in the house? Is that the only place in the house? Okay. So what this is the outer ring. So the 1A is the first one. And then it is the 8H. So again, we bring it together here. And it's notably together. It's notably together here as the center position and 8 around. And then there's 16, 24, 32, 40, and 48. And it stops right there. It stops on 48. The other side of the board, okay, is this. See, this one starts with a 1. The other side starts with that. And then I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do the double ring, right? Not making it this area space, but count every area space as you would count the center. Everything has to have a possible window in it, not like this. So the area space in this one would be all windows. And this, once you create all windows in this, you can see there are 9 inside of this. Correct? So what is like Earth? Okay, what you can see 9 out of here, the 1 by 1 house, to what you saw, what was over here, the 2 by 2 house. That has an in-between, this area over here when it gets chopped in this area. So what are we supposed to call these lines? I have to figure out these lines to understand what's going on here. Because in this situation, we have a 3-1, you have a 2-2, you have a 3-1, you have a 2-2, you have a 1-3, you have a 2-2. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then over here, you have a 4. And it's the only 4. And all the corners are 3. So again, DC. All these corners, 13, right? Created from the half-life. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is now 3. So I'm not really sure where I was going to be going with this. It's just not fun when no one's participating, and I try to create a longer video. So I'm going to go to the fridge for a minute, and maybe you want to talk to my cat. And I'm trying to figure out, but anyways, the Monopoly board is set up in this fashion, where when you get to the 48th area, that would be the Monopoly board. First area, second area, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. And the area that centers them all is number 4. And we're just going to put it flat out at Mars. Even though here in Gematria, there is no 8 and there is no 9 that is known to be natural. In the game of Baccarat, they call 8 and 9 natural, where 10 equals 0. And it doesn't matter any combination of 10. They all equal to 0 and not 1. So what is going on? Is it the singular box here, Or is this the 0 where Mars is? Is it this that creates a 0? It creates a donut hole. This one creates no donut hole. This is a complete fill-in. This is a solid. This is a stripe. So Earth becomes a stripe. And it's striped at 33, and this one is a solid at 22. Mars and the Sun. And this tells me the creation of the spirit half-life. I'm trying to figure out what it does say, 4 times 4. This one is through the Sun and the spirit in the E world. The other way around is Mars. I'm just trying to think of which way we can use 15. Anyways, irrelevant. 22 is a bust. It's a monkey. Because when you play blackjack, black 29, jack 25, the total equals to 54 and 45. This is the fox, sun, and I like to always say pass. And the reason I say pass and the value of pass is 55 in itself. Okay, 2 19s and 1 equals to 39 and 16, 16th letter in the alphabet. It's a 108.53. It's an energy pass. Where did I do? I total this out. Every letter is a value of 27, the reverse alphabet. All letters, single letters, are equal to 27. I'm just trying to figure, yeah, so 4 by 27, okay, is 108, or 10-8, right? 10-8, JH, both in the same family. So is that rain? Wow, look at it rain outside. We're having a sun shower. So 50, so the total is going to be 53. 53 and 55 equals to 108. And this is the reverse alphabet. Total 4 times 27 equals 108. If you divide that by 2, you end up with 54 inside the sun. But this is the heavens of Venus. This is Mercury in the heavens of Venus, located right over here. The 1 and the 8 are in the same number of the dice. The 2 and the 7, those are your only way. So when you take this, when you take these two and you put it into one thing, then 7 plus 8 equals to 15. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. There are 6 voided areas in here. All faces have 9. So let me see this. See if 6 and 5 have 3 empty spaces and 4 empty spaces. You see this is 6 and 5, 11 is in the house of DC, the student. So this is 3 empty space and 4 empty space. 3 empty space and 4 empty space. I'm trying to see what the equation I did before. Right. And can 5 and 6 go into anything? No, but the 5 and 6, right? If you overlap them, all you'll look like is 6 and 1, 7. So what is 5 and 6 cube? When you move this one over this one, all you're going to see is, that's all you're going to see. So 7 come 11. So if 7's coming 11, this is how it's working. You put them on top. So if you put that on top, right, then the cube in the back is the 1 and the 2. See, the 2 is opposite 5, and the 6 is opposite of 1. So now you have 2 and 1, you have 6 and 5. So here you have 3 and 4 equals to 7. Here you have 8 and 7 equals to 15. Just 1 second. I use these two to make these two. So in all of this, this comes up 15, and then the 7 comes up 22. So you had 22 voids that ended up to be only 2 voids once the cubes got on top of each other. Now, if I turn this way, I will now fill in these 2 spots. So one part of the time it is the H, and one part of the time, this is the H, okay? But if I turn the cube the other way, it would be the I. So the I equals ABCGHI, and the H equals to 147ADG with the C, F, I, and E. Because the calculator, you use these 3 and these 3 and this and this and this and this to create the H and the I. So I'm going to get something to drink. 16 minutes into it. Maybe there's somebody somewhere I don't see. Nobody is saying anything. That's okay. I'm quite certain they're being shunted right now. I'm going to get something to drink. Give me a minute. I'm looking for my camera. Okay, there I am. I'm going to give it something to look at, and then I'm going to read what's on board and maybe get on to something else. I want to get on to, if you can remind me, maybe you can remind me to explain this. Every square space around this circle counts as 8. When you go around the next one, there are 16 spaces. When you go around the next one, there are 24, then 32. Now the first area, the second area, in the 16, there is, this is not supposed to be included, but can be included, okay, as the 17th. This one also can be included as the 9th, but it's in the B house. So it's not included because it's not included in B on the dice cube. The B does not have a dot in the center, but the C does. Not the D, but the E does. You have the hidden A inside of this. And then this one doesn't, but the 7th area over here, this is where Pluto comes in into the blue world. Venus and Earth into the cat's gate, dividing the night and the day for the one spirit. The total of this is 28. 7 and 4 is 11, which is the Fibonacci beginning of 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. 1 and 4 is the king. 1 and 4, all the 1s and 4s. If I can create my program, I can't remember all the 1s and 4s and 4s and 1. But I can tell you that when this all began, I let what I see talk to me. And I see this. 4, 11, 4, 41, 14. DNA, the 7 and the 1 gateway come together to create the 4. If you really, really take a look at the 1, right, this angle, you can see it's going into a distance. You can see that's going into a distance. There's more to these letters telling us something than it actually is. It says Sesame Street, 5 and 5, 5 with 5, and 5 with 2. Okay, that is the STREET. And there's a question on when you have 2 of the same letter next to each other, like feed, I'm feeding, and I fed. So if I'm feeding, it's the street and it's present. So if you have Sesame Street, it is actually, Sesame Street is actually Earth and Mars. In a hidden way, because that S letter, both of them in square alphabet, can be used as 5 and 5, and the A could be used as 1. Matter and energy in the word same, spirit, angel, spirit divide. That's how I see the A. The A has been divided inside of what is E. It's also divided in C, creation, but until everything got mirrored, right, in the creation of Mars, everything is a compactual of 3. And I wrote a little story here. Let me see. I wrote a little story that it's on ice. It's in the second period, and it's the middle of the game. Baseball, the middle of the game, when 4.5 innings have been played, you're actually into the 5th inning. 4.5 have been played. You're also talking about the sun. So you're talking about the passage in the sun at this point. What it is about football, the halfway in between the game is actually intermission, INT, INT, INT. If I scramble it up, it would be ITTN. It would be tin. I'd have to think 20 is a gateway, T is a gateway, I is a birth, it's a face, which we'll talk about Earth. But there's a lot of things that more work I have to do, much create more equations. Oh God. Yeah, when I try to explain too much, I lose myself. So let's see if I can go back and see what I was talking about. So if you have the same street, it is actually, it's the same street is actually Earth and Mars in a hidden way, because that S letter, both of them in square alphabet, can be used as 5 and 5, and the 8 can be used as 1. 515, Mars. Energy in the word same, spirit, angel, spirit divide. That's how I see the A. The A has been divided inside of what is E. It's also divided in C, creation, but until everything got mirrored, right, in the creation of Mars, everything is a compactual of 3. And I wrote a little story here. Let me see. Okay, so yes, 3 things that are complete in 3. The second period of a hockey game. When you make a wager, you place a wager. The word place means second. So there's a question. I build equations and understandings of speech, of people speaking, just hearing just a singular part of a word and where else and how you can understand that word. So to place a bet, but I want to win, but you're placing it. That's second. Do you want to come second or you want to be first? So, oh, you showed up. That's third. So you showing up third is actually third first, because it's nothing until you get there, but it's already happening even if you're not there at all. So is that what A would be? It's you're here, something else is here. You could be here. You could be here or here. I don't know where you are. Maybe you're the point that's spreading yourself out and going somewhere in between. I don't know. I'm going for something to drink. Remind me about number 3. I'm going to get back to hockey. We can talk about hockey and what my theory is because of what they call the skating rink, what they call the CPU. I mean the puck. And it ends with a CK. C and K. It is K that created C. K is 1 and 1 comes together. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, 2 and 1. It is a sideways 5 with a 9. V and a 1. I mean, this is the way I see the alphabet. I see all tall letters as the letter I. I see all B's could be Roman numeral value, but it can also be the 22nd letter and the 9th letter coming together. 9 and 22, reverse 18 and 5, ER. Electronic angels, can you say ER is energy? Angels, I don't know. I got to get a drink. I'm going to come back. Very thirsty. We got to save this place. Oh, I'm making tea. You know what? Let me make my coffee here. I want to give a shout out to everybody. How you doing, Michelle? CC, how you doing, CC? Miss Levette, how you doing? Mighty Messer, how you doing? Mr. Archangel Art World. Yeah, it's falling apart after like 11 or 14 years or something. Mr. Tackpans, Rubik's Cube. I knew nothing at the time. When I did this, I knew nothing. Nothing at all. I had no idea that that this would have anything to do with what I'm doing. And I'd like to know if anybody can make this cube with a single color. You see, there are 9 colors, right? There are 9 colors. So that means there are 6 sides times 1.5 colors. Okay, so some sides, there's going to be 3 sides with 2 and 3 sides with 1. What I mean is 3 sides can have 2 whites and 3 sides will have only 1 white, and that'll be the 9. And every side will be like that because that's the equation, 3 and 9. That's the angel's equation. The house of Venus. So I'm making myself a coffee, taking a 2-minute break here. I'm going to come back. Right, I'm taking a break, coming back. It's hard when there's nobody here not to interact. So, and then I'm gonna make the videos too long, and I hear a lot of people. Anybody who watches the videos doesn't complain. The people behind me, 17 years, eh? What have you done in 17 years? What have you done in 17 years? What have you done? What have you done? In 17 years. You see all those books at the end over there? So, what have I done in 17 years? Big question, right? Okay, I'm going to go do my coffee. I'm going to come back and give me about 2 minutes, all right? I know this is long, but guess what? If you showed up for the show and we had some commercial breaks, right? Who wants to get through some commercial breaks? We're here. We should all be chatting it up together. Hopefully one of us can create that program that I'm looking for, that each and every one of us can just put in and even create our own equations that bring everything closer together, that bring every single word closer together. In fact, when you bring words closer together, you start to understand a little bit more value for each letter by understanding each word. And you can rattle, oh, this letter is missing, and now, oh, look, this is missing. Not wearing a hat. Oh, look, this is missing. I guess they're not wearing red. Oh, it was 3 a.m. Must have been night. So equations that can make a lot of separations, because it seems like in order to, let me make my coffee. Well, just give me a second. Starting to get dark out. I just put on my, what do you want, projector? We need to save this apartment. They're going to be, I have put up a revocation of the decision, but they will be throwing me out of here in 39 days. 39 days, they will be throwing me out of here. If you want to get any information from me, figure out how we can buy this building, save it, and block it, I've already put a revocation on this thing. And I will be out of here in 39 days. And I have to make like it's not sad, but it's very sad. So I'm going to make him an offer. Next week, I will make him an offer. Yeah. Once I finish with something next week, I will make him an offer. As well, I heard a little information today. I wrote a little story that it's on ice. Oh, yes, number 3, right? Okay, I'm looking for my page. Still nobody's around. It's on ice. The third pyramid is a pyramid. The third period is a pyramid. The third pyramid. The third period. The third pyramid. So what I just want to finish with something else. I'm going to see if I can get back to this. So forget about this line over here, right? The thing is there's 16 surrounding 4. So it is 1/4 of 16. Numeric value Earth is valued at that 1/4. The question is how would we live Earth inside this? Would it be this area to be Earth? Would it be this area to be Earth? Hold on a second. Just hold on a second. Wow. Wow, I somehow the plug came out. Just plugging in my, oh no, it's not that. I need to sharpen my color pencil, or I'll just take another color pencil. Hold on a second. Whoa. Okay, so here's 3 over here, right? And there's 3 over here. And here's 3 over here. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And here's 3 over here. So there's 4 times 3. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it a different way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we are going to do the center. And if you want to look at it, we are now going to have, did I get that right? I think, yes, we got that right. So then we're going to have this. So now what we're going to have, did I get that right? Let me see. Yeah, okay, it looks a little weird, but now you look what you have. You have a 9 here, you have a 9 here, you have a 9 here, and you have a 9 here. How did I end up with this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's how I ended up with it. So it looks like you have 4 times what is Earth here. So you have a total of 16, but in compass it's 4, this area over here. So I used to say Earth is a certain size, so this is the equation. And number 164, any combination of this will work, but if I took it straight, it would be 8241. 41 would be, I don't know what it means. I don't want to put any symbols on it. I'm just trying to figure out what this does, because this is the Mars reality, and the angle of the Fox Pass and the sun is this way, right? But this is only one singular. What if we had many of them, like we had down there? Those are all the same numbers, different ways to connect them. You see all the turtles? There's 3 turtles. Everything is in packs of 3. So this is the Mars. And well, you can actually say it's Venus. If you want to really go back, let's forget about Earth and Mars. Let's go to Mercury, and this one is Venus. Mercury and Venus. Like my one question in Fibonacci would be 1, and then my next one would be what? Would it be 1, and my next one would be 1, and 1 is 2, and then 2 and 1 is 3, so it's already answered. Anyways, don't want to get into that. I'm not even fresh on this. If I put this together, I will get 7 and 6. So I'll get 6 and 4 and 7 and 4, and have 2 equations. Okay, now to come into life, 6 doesn't come into light alone. It's missing one thing. We must come into life through the 7th gate. So 6 is missing the 1 spirit right here. And the reverse on the dice is 6 reverse 1. It's the half-life. It's the most outer part of this cube. The next one is 5 and 2. The next one is 3 and 4. There's only one singular space between here, and one singular number. Between 2 and 5, same area space, but there's a difference of 3 area numbers for passage. So there's different corridors counting, and for 1 and 6, it is the same thing. There's 5 corridors to pass. So the largest house is between 3 and 4, the house of DC. So yeah, I did this. I'm just trying to look back what I was talking about. Oh yes, back to hockey, back to Earth, back to Mercury. Okay. So we have Mercury, 103. We have Mars, 51, and we have Earth, 52. We have JC. Ever hear of JC? 74 and 77. Matter, energy. What's going on with these 2 numbers? You have the letter G and the letter D, and the combination is K. If you multiply it, it becomes 28. What do we want to do with 20? What should we do with 20? What is 20? What can we say about 20? What can we do? And is it 2 8 or is it 2 8s? When things get duplicated, like 7 and 7 equals to 14, 1 plus 4 equals to 5, right? Now 7 is noted to be male. One of the reasons it's 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4 equals to 3. The total is 3 plus 4 equals to 7. Number 1. There's another reason, okay, is that the king has 7 eyes. The polar, or the flip side to what the king is, I don't want to say it's the opposite, but the flip side to what the king is, and in the alphabet there are only 3 letters in most that go along together, okay, and the king element has 7 eyes, 7 and 7, male and male. The queen has 8 eyes. So if you're talking about 28 or 88, you can be talking about the Queen's Gate. You know why? Because 8 and 8 equals to 16 equals to 7. So what was the Queen's Gate became male, because it's now the other side. 7 and 8 coming together. This is the dot, void, dot. The 7, 8 comes together as when 2 and 1 come together, was so does 8 and so does 7 come together. And if you notice, it creates either a 4 and a 4 combination, and they're joined over here, looking like the number 8. You can almost say something about the corners, its design, it could be discussed. The reality, it is 7. But if you noticed, right, this is straight up and down. This one is now on an angle. So it is the 2 and 7. You can also say 77. This is matter. Tear equaling to earth. You can say M at, or what can be FED. When you see the AT together, this is the at sign, earth energy, electronic resonance, ER. E before R equaling to 5 plus 18, or 5 minus 5 plus 18, 13 or 23, this answer. So anyways, the ironic thing about this is 7 times 4, what is 28? Did I write that down? 7 times 4 is the 28th cycle. To times 7 plus 4 is what is the Fibonacci beginning of the equation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 and 2. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 equals to 16 and 10. So this is going to equal to 26 and 3. That is their degree of separation in that equation. The 16 is going to be valued at a quarter, because the only way to create a multiplication is in a single square, right? And the only way to create the addition is to single square out 4 areas. So now you have 1, 2, 3 areas over here. And I'm just trying to see what piece of art comes together at this point. Oh, we have this diamond that comes together, and then we have a half diamond, 1.5 diamonds. So that's, I'm just looking at it that way. Now, here's the other thing. So if that's the equation, so what does this do? It does 49 and 14, equaling to 63. So this is the inverted, okay, of what is, where's that other one? This is the inversion of what is this. See, 1 dot 8 void, we have the 6 dot and the 3 void, the 3 areas over here. So I just put a straight line. And this is inverted to this. So this would be 1863, where the 8 and 3 and 6 and 1, 7, 11 come together. All the sides do this. So 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is what is the divided 7th gate. And that is in the beta house between 1 and 3. Venus, the house of BEIT. This 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 create 8 and 6. That is going to represent E and I. It's going to represent 5 and 9. You already see that inside this is 6, 3, 9, 8, 1, 9. Of course, they're all 9s, and all 9s represent Jupiter and 13. It's occultics.com. How you doing, doctor? Let's get some serious focus on math. I'll work with them in chaos. Okay, in my room, I had a wooden box stacked halfway to the ceiling, and the top of that, playing cards. In the packs, 9 packs. These cards fell out, shooting down on the floor when the boxes fell. Ace of clubs. Ace of clubs. So if I want to look, Ace of clubs, you see that's the ace is connected to the numerics that go with the sun. The sun goes with the numerics, go with matter and energy. Matter and energy and the sun go with the orange. In the game of pool, I'm going to explain this all. The S letter is the 19th letter, AI. It is first, it is last, and A is inside of I. And I want to tell you right now, I hope I don't forget. Let me think. Matter, energy, the sun, ace. Okay. Imagine a dot over here.
and then 2 dots here, and now 3 dots, one here, one here, one in the center. Now 4 dots, but none in the center. Then 5 dots and 1 in the center, and 6 dots and none in the center, and 7 dots, none in the center, but to one side. Sorry, 6 is nothing, 7 is 1, 8 has 2, but none in the center, only halfway between where is 4, the 4 area. And then you have 9 where 1 is in the center, or it's reducing, and it's going from here to out here and down here and out here and down here. And what is all of this? It's off the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The cube shows me 1, 3, and 5 get a dot. The deck of cards shows me that once I need to be rectangular, okay, when I come to the 7 and 8, I don't put the dots in the center. But when I come to the 9, that dot goes back to the center. Club. The numeric value for club is 38. When you have clubs, it's telling you you have AI, where the birth of the divided heavens. So I take that S and I just put it on the side because you have more than one. I mean, imagine if you had 3 clubs but only 2 hands. Maybe you'd have a club leg or club sandwich. Club sandwich is a 3-decker, end up in the second period, 10 minutes in, 20 minutes played, 10 minutes in, 10 minutes to go in the second period, 20 minutes to go in the game. After that, in the third period, 30 minutes on ice. So we have the sun. U is the 21st letter. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. And nothing starts until we get the C. Therefore, the first true value is not A, but it is U. But to create U, you need 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. So you need 2 A's. Maybe that's how the batteries work. So the total of club and ace, and the word of, by the way, is 66. It's 15 and 6. When you say the word of, you're actually O and F. You should write in capital letters. Sometimes it's easier, but I don't know. O and F is this. The dice cube is on number 1. The reason for that, the word of, is that the letter O is the 15th letter, and the letter F is the 6th letter. So I put the 6 down and I count the rest of the dots. There's 15. That's the word of. The total count of 21. The reverse alphabet is 54 minus 21 equals to 33. The 33 void the rotation in the sun of birth and light. I made a mistake. It wasn't the fox pass. 38 and 9 is 47. Wow. Time. But of, yes, I was talking about of, is, yes, it is 54. 21. That's really cool. Wow, it's explaining the cube. Why is OF explaining the cube? There's certain words we say in our languages and words we call swear words. Okay? When they're not swear words, they're words. Don't let, just because you're using them in the wrong context, it doesn't mean they're swear words. Jack of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 7 of hearts, 4 of hearts. Hold on a second. Queen of clubs. Queen is number 62. Club is number 38. So is gold, and I connect that to creation heaven. And I just spilled coffee on my shirt. So I connect the club to, no, sorry, that was CH. This is CL. Your CL are your first and your last letters once creation birth begins, because A only partakes with B, creating what is C. So now when you get the birth as I9, it will create L12. So I'm just trying to see if that makes any sense. So now we're talking about all the 12s because we use the L letter. So it doesn't matter how you got the 12, right? Does it really matter? I like to be more exact than that, but since I mentioned it, 12, 1 and 11, the heart of 36 numbers, 12, 2 and 10. That is the game of the 7th gate. There are 15 balls in pool. The 2 and the 10 are opposite, the same colors. 3 and 9 equals to 12. It also tells me about the sky, creation, birth. It also tells me about the face in numbers 9, which is Venus reflecting and meeting with Mercury. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, 3 and 2, which will create Earth, which will be with Venus, and it will induce the creation of number 5, which is the 5th planet, duality. The reason for that is N, E, W are all in the house of 5. The N will create what is the sun birth. The W will be the 11, and that would be your reflective Fibonacci spiraling. Now, I don't know if it's spiraling for the sun, the movement of Earth, or the movement for birth. I don't know, but it's spiraling. The reason for that is 1 times 4 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. The numeric value for Fox and Sun is 4554. The multiplication is 9 times 5 and 9 times 6. 9 and 5, when they come together, they're polarities or opposites on the dice cube. 9 and 6 is a creation of the pyramids. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 3 opposite sides of these cubes, equaling to the 7, 7, 7, 7th gate. And not only that, but Christmas is 7733. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is what's going to create the 9, 6 for the sun. And I can show you the artwork, but I'm not right now. And 33 for Christ, the sun, will create the 9 and 6, 15 equals to 6. I'm just trying to see where I was. God, I tend to lose myself sometimes. The cube, the hockey, I was talking about the hockey, the periods. Wow, I lost myself. Let me go back in my video and the other one just to see what's going on, if you don't mind. Together, they're polarities or opposites on the dice cube. 9 and 6 is a creation of the pyramids. 3 times 3, 3 plus. Okay, this is a complicated thing that goes on. It's also complicated because sometimes I just can't put it together. So when we're creating the 12s, so then I went to 4 and 8 equals to 12. Now in that scenario, when you get to the game of pool, right, the 4 and the 8, okay, are the purple ball. That's the house we live in. Purple, Pegasus. It is the color of our energy. It is the color of what happens to, I'm not sure what to call it. Some people call it blood. When the blood hits the air and how it turns color. Our veins, we breathe, and our heart beats. Electric. You got an electric heart. Thank you, Tesla, for making us aware how our heart beats for life. So I'm just trying to remember 5 and 6 were, oh yes, so 4 and 8 is ring, 4 and 8 is pole. So around the pole, up and down, is the ring, or let's say the ring of Saturn. They're both number 48. To buy and to sell, oh, both pole and ring are 48. To buy and to sell is also number 48. Pluto is number 84. How can we create this? Well, obviously, we're going to create it through the gateway, 66. 6 times 6, 36. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 and 36, 48. I didn't do 84, but it doesn't matter because the next math equation is going to take me to the division of night and day into the purple house. 8 times 4, 32. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 and 32, 44. And now we get into what is mass space, rotation in the sun. Because the opposite of what is 44 is 33. When you turn them around, it becomes DC. It is the core of the cube. (44, 33). So 4 times 4 equals to 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 8. It's an exact divided house between black and white.
It's funny that when we create 44, right? When we create our first equation in star system math of 44, I can start right over here and create it. So what is together in its equation becomes exactly duplicated and apart. And I'm going to call this, have you ever heard of this? They call it a tier. Okay, but in French, if you say it properly, it'll mean 1/3. So that's what the cube is. It's on ice, and it's hockey. Because the 30 minutes, okay, is during the game. So it's the halfway point, electric company during the game. So what happens here? This is black. Now the question is, what is this? Since the one ball is numbered, we're going to number this as not the 15/7 ball, because 6 and 1 equals to 7. And the replicated number to what is 7 in pool is the 15 ball. 1 and 5 is 6. Or how about the multiplication, which will become 6 and 5 equals to 11. 7 come 11 in stripes. But in this one, we're going to call it the 16th ball in the game. We're going to call it white. We're going to call this one 36. We're going to call this one 136. It's just ironic how it fits together. So we're going to go 036. So what is this? If I add up 1 all the way to 16, it equals to 136. If I add up all the way to 8, it will equal to 36. So the difference is 100. So what this is now, I'm dragging this on, right? So 16, okay, is 2/3. And 08 is 1/3. So I like to say when this comes together for me, okay, this has to do with man. Why? Because the boy at 12 and the man at 13, to where at 12 it's the bats mitzvah. And then at 11, she's just a girl and a boy. So the girl and the boy is 11 and 12. But then the boy turns to a man at 13, and then the girl turns to a woman, okay, at 12. So this one is 66, and this one is 28. She's the gateway. The man is the cycle in the moon. 13, 31, 13, 31, 13, 31. 57, 75. 77 is matter. Now we're going to go here, and we're going to go on to, hold on a second, orphan roulette. I go orphan roulette. Let's see if they got anything. Yes, they got something here. Orphan roulette. We go to roulette, and there you go. We got orphan roulette. Boom, bang, just like that, out of nowhere. Okay, 57, 75. Let's see if I can get this to the, whoop, I just made my screen too big. Hold on, let me fix this. Well, it's not letting me have, in case somebody wants to talk. Hold on a second, hold on. I got to make this smaller. Oh, great, something just fell down. Because I want to see what I'm looking at, right? I want to see what I'm showing you on the screen. I'm still way old school. I'm going to be with you guys in a minute. So let me get this done here. And yeah, so you can see right here. And when you count 1776
or 17 and 34. Let me see, can you get that? Hold on a second. Is that worse? Oh, how come it's so, I don't like that. Hold on. Let me see if we can do this better. Yeah, there. 17, 34, and 6. 51, 57. 51 Mars, 57 the moon. 31, 45, 66, 75, 57, 75. This is a game played all over the world. You look it up, boom, bang, you find it right away. 57, 75. And at that time, if we're counting years, it's the 2015. Let me tell you about 2015. Is when it's 15, the 1 dot is up, the 6 dot is down, 6 minus 21 is 15. But when it's 20, the 1 dot is down, the 6 dot is up, there's 21, take away 1, it's 20. 2015, location of energy. 75,075 moons have passed. 7 and 5, 12, 7 and 5, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 3, creation in the sun. 7 times 5 equals 35. 7 plus 5 equals to 12. CH, that is our heaven of creation, time after time through the moon. There's more than one moon. So let me get to what's going on, because this is not all about me. I've done enough of showing off what I believe I can do. The 8 of clubs. Now, the thing special about the 8 is this, is that 88, which becomes the 7th gate, which starts out at the female, okay, which turns into the male. What happens is 80 doesn't, when you say 81 for Venus, you never say ET in the word. Most of the other 81s in French, you'll use the ET. And in this one, it's special, you do not. Also, when you write 80th, or when you do 8th, or you don't have to write TH, the T is already there, so the gateway is already with 8. So you don't have to, all you're going to add is the H. So it is the door. What else was I talking about? We did the boy and the girl, and never mind, boy and girl together is 23, and woman and man together is 25. So 23 and 25. 23rd letter is W, the 25th is Y. So you have W and Y, W and Y, W and Y. I'm just trying to think. W and Y. You also have KLM. KLM. So say it. Kill them. KLM. You ever think of that airline? I used to say, hey, look, Killam's coming by. 7 of hearts. So we have 10 of clubs. So we have angels coming, 39, 30. We have 77. Wow, the 10 of clubs. We have matter, club 38, 10, 39. Together it's 38, creation, heaven. 7, 4. So now we have jack of clubs, curse words. Yes, of course, curse words. Of course, curse words. Curse words are very important. 633, 6332. Now, should I remove the first letter, the last letter? And don't forget, we have to scramble our words. If we get a word, it might be 2 words, 3 words. Like if I see the word curse, how do I know that's the only word? Maybe I can take away the C and then say purse. And if it was a purse and the horses were running, I want to know what the purse is. But it's not a purse they can carry, but it's the understanding. Okay, tell me when exactly, and I'll explain it exactly to you. If you can rephrase that question in a way, like re-say it, ask me about something, and I'll get to it. Golden gates. Again, the ending with EN, right? Gold. Every single letter says something in the word gold. I do not know. I know gold is more pliable than silver and bronze. I know that in first place you get gold, in second place you get the silver, and in third place you get brass. So I know the two colors of yellow are first and third, and the dice cube, right? Both 1 possesses a center dot and 3 possesses center dot. There are 2 center dots in the lower house and 1 center dot in the higher house, number 5, because it's 3, 3. Everything is about 3. Everything is about 3. Once you get the 4, everything turns over. 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Those were golden EN gates. Card, okay, gate. Gate has 8 inside of it, right? So you can say T, like a T gate, because in gate is TEA, right? If you want to say gates, it's more than 1. The entry and the exit. Usually you enter with your nose, you exit with your nose. Your tail's the last thing in both times. Another thing I learned tonight was that I have to do sequences. Is what's after 7? Everybody's going to say 8, but not on the piano, because after 7 is A again. So there's sequencing. That's one of the things that has to go into the program, is how we can sequence different things. So I have A, B, C, D, E, D. I'm just trying to think. 8 has to come back over here. So H has to be with A. So I would have to E. No, I should have put, hold on a second. So it has to be A, B, C, D has to go in the center, and then E, F, G, and then everything has to go around D. And in this equation, everything has to go around D. One, because we need to get H to come back to the beginning. Although I'm seeing the alphabet, right? The alphabet is A all the way to H, because the 26 letters Z, 2 plus 6 equals to 8. 2 times 6 equals to 12. And this is explaining the cube. This is corners and 3 by 4 on the inside. When NASA is spinning that sign 3 times, you're spinning 2 colors. When you're spinning this one over here, 8 spins 3 colors. The corner of Rubik's Cube here, and there are 4 corners here and 4 corners here. The only time there's more corners, if you tell me there's 4 corners on every side, and you tell me there's 24 corners. But there's not 24. There's 24 you can count, but there's only 8 in reality. So where are we going to go to? So this is where H comes back to here, but not in the alphabet, but during the week, what we live, 8 comes back over here. And then we have H, I, J, whoop, K, L, M, N. Did I get the right? A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. The alphabet ends on E. So that would be AE now. And that's where I see our world right here. I'd like to re-put our alphabet to this one over here. Because our week, the week we live, the 7 days of the week, this is the equation. And that D is Wednesday, Miércoles. So the value of this over here, and what did I get? The 4 letters, right? So this shouldn't, anyways, 15, 33, 43, 53, and 5. The value of this is 58. There's only, in the F, let me see the house. So this is this house, BFMT, 33, 39, 41. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that, but that's how that piece works. I did want to talk about, but I want to get a little bit more hot water and look at the questions. And am I making any sense? Am I going too quick? I know I tried to put so much into it that I lose my mind. So I'm going to warm my coffee up. I'm going to look at the questions first. Okay, Joker, right? The 15th letter and the 10th letter. Remember that. 15 and 10. 15 and 10. 2 times 5 and 3 times 5. Green Acres. Wi-Fi, YNF. Okay, hold on a second. Seth, what is this question? Wi-Fi, YNF. YNF. What is the question? Why Wi-Fi? 9 and 23, 31. 9 and 23, 32. 9, 6, 9. So separate the W from if, and it's 9, 6, 9. It's birth to life to birth. It would be 9. 3 times 3, it's rotation. Well, if I and I are on the outside, you can also look at that as IE. Okay? The reason for that is because when you have two cubes, the reverse of what is 9, 3 and 6, 9 is 1 and 4, 5. So if you see 1 and 4, you're going to understand 3 and 6. So and there's to discuss with that. I know what 3 and 6 is. I believe it's our creation in the sun. Where do I get this? How can I explain this? 3 and 6. 3, first of all, 7 times 7, 7 plus 7. From matter, from what is known to be matter, from what is known to be Christ, is the student. Yo, meaning Earth and Mars. The 25th and the 15th letter, represented in the word yo. When they scream the word yo, they're looking for 7come11.com in the game of craps. They're using 2 dice, and there's odds on the table. And when we put those numbers that are in the dice to those odds on the table, they tell the stories I tell by connecting other stories with the same numbers. So although 5 and 7 come for the moon, 7 is an out, but 5 is onto the playing field. No, sorry, it's not in the playing field. It is on the place bets, meaning in the second house, but it is not in the field, because in the field is a different bet, and it is a 1-to-1 equal 1-shot payout. So you're betting on the field, so we have to understand what is in the field, and I don't think 5 was in the field. The energy was not in the field. I don't remember. I have to look that up. I just can't say it. Show me the field in craps. So the game of craps is over here, and you have the 9 in the field, right? Which would be your birth, 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5, right? But it's not the 5, which is in the place your energy. You don't have the 6 or the 8. You don't have the house or the light. You have the 4, because the 4 is in everything. The birth is in everything. 10 is your passage, and 10 is your part of your gate. If I remember, it's the angel, A, B, C, D, 10. 4, okay, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. These are 9 to 5 payoffs. 2 and 12, which is 1 and 1, and 6 and 6. So if 6 and 6 creates what is Pluto, 1 and 1 creates what? What is the difference between this one and this one? 1 and 1. They didn't finish the equation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. Otherwise, how do you get 2? Unless they're talking about, I'm going on, I'm just making up things. Anyways, they call it the big 6 and 8. 7 to 1 for getting a hard 10. 10 to 1 for getting a hard 10 to 1. Hard 8 is 9 to 1. The gateway is a hard 4 because it's harder to get. There's less possibilities.
15 to 1, I think that's what they call any craps, 1 and 2, 3. So you're okay. 30 to 1, when two zeros come together. See this? 88, creation. 66 and 11, or 6 and 6 and 1 and 1, that's your creation. Anyways, let's not talk about it. I'm not fluid with all these things. I just so let me see. Boom bang. Now, considering you have not gambled on a table, I am thinking maybe you should play the stock market. I think the stock market is playing everybody. Arts and entertainment, absolutely. Absolutely. Art, anything to do with arts and entertainment, theater, games, because it's all the games that taught me this. It was the theater and the games that taught me everything I know. It was the arts and the entertainment. In fact, I can watch two people talk, and for me, that's like part of the entertainment. Not considering you're not gambling on a table, I'm thinking maybe you should play the stock market. Okay. Right. We search for anomalies and patterns. Absolutely. So, Ano is part of a ring, right? Ano. N-O. It's a division. When N and O come together, I always think of something broken up into 3, because everything is about 3. 4 is just a completion of something. Creation in the sun, arc, spark, student, yo, hemp, pyramid, octagon, October. Octagon, October, where J and H come together, 10 and 8 come together. I forget, the heavens come for Jack. 8 equals to 49, Jack equals to 25, 49, 59, 69, 74. Wow. Wow. Jack 8 equals to the number of Jesus. It also equals to energy. Jack 8. The student is Jack of clubs. Take a look at the Jack of clubs. Club equals to 38. Jack is 25. Jack is 25. Club is 38. The total is 63, and that is the 77 student. Because the creation of 63 through star system math, 7 times 7 is 49 and 14. This total over here is 54 equals to the sun. The S-O-N, sun, equals to 48. 6 times 6, 6 plus 6 equals to 36, equals to 12, 48. And that is woman, Pluto. And then you'll come to the division of night and day, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, oh, at 808, 3, 4, 5, yes. I don't remember all the equations. 3, 4, 5 can be said as like 12, 13, and 14. You know when you want to put a hook around something, so you put a hook around something and you connect it over here. Now you go to 15, and what happens is you go all the way to 13 and you put a hook around here. So now you've hooked up the 1 through 12, and then you've hooked up what is 15 through 26. And then your connection is here. And the in-between is the ace sun, matter 7713 M, 74 energy, sorry, matter 7774 energy, 5 E, M E creates 18 R, and R is created through C3, which is created from 1 and 1, right? Once you get to 1, you automatically have that, the 18th letter. This is the 21st letter. So I'm just trying to understand how this is going, because this will then create this. And then we get back to this. So you have CU inside of R, which is, I think it's telling me about gold. So just give me a second. What is Cu on the element scale? Periodic table. Copper. So this is how I do my work. I take all my information from, how can I get this? Can I get that right? Acid-base properties of higher valence oxides. See when it starts with OXIDES? I'm just starting to think. Sometimes the S is needed at the end, sometimes not. We have to see more words. It's used, it doesn't mean anything yet to me, but I like to see certain combinations. When 10 and 4, okay, it's the greatest polarity on 2 cubes, okay, before coming into the gateway. And remember, your gateway is we have to eliminate 2 and 1. So we eliminate 2 and 1, which means we have to eliminate the combination of 5 and 6. This equals to 3. This equals to 11. That's your red ball, okay, in the game of pool. Just have a wire here. Hold on a second. So this would be the 11 ball, and this is your, this will create this. This creates this. And if you see this, it's 86, which is the house. The division of the house is 24. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 will create 6 and 8. But anyways, don't want to get into that. So the rest of the game that we play with is 3 and 4. That's it. The house of DC. That's what we play with. So inside oxide, I saw 104. I know that's Roger communication. I know it's ABCD inside what creates 10. I know it's the dark side. I know through my designs, not only my designs, but on the roulette table. I'm getting a little tired here and hungry. But on the roulette table, the number ones keep changing color. 1 is red, 10 is black, 19 is red, 28 is black, 37 is red. There is no 37, but if you keep going, 46 is black, 55 is red, 64 is black, 73 is red. Now, 6 and 4 is black, 7 and 3 is red, 1 and 9 is red. 1 and 0, giving a red with a green, making it black. Taking 2 with 8 together, both blacks, keeping it black, it gets from 28, the cycle, into what is 10. Now, all these numbers connect together and create more artwork. 6 and 4, Zion, Israel, and 0 are all the same word. It will create 10 and 24, equaling to what is 34, or 34, the house of CD. I like to say CDDC, which is matter and energy, Jesus Christ, and it is the passage of 55, because the division of 1 is to meet at the center of 5. So if they're both meeting, it's 55. 2 with 8 black, it becomes 10, right? But in roulette, so I'm figuring it's spiraling, or it's flipping from one side to the other. So it keeps going red, black, and that's what ends up giving it its more or less design. What let me see if I can, at the same, maybe I can put the camera over here, and because I need to get something in the kitchen. And hold on a second. I'm not sure if you can see that. Just give me a 1 minute break. Let's help try and save this house. Okay, I'm a little hungry, so we need to save. We need to buy this place. We need to do something. We got to save this. Let me tell you one thing. It's what we know, what we don't know. Look at that. I just found strawberries. I wonder if they're any good. Oh my God. They're 4 days old, but they're cold. Cold. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have some strawberries. If I would have known, I just had yogurt, you know.
Wow, I can't believe it. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? So, 1 second. If you look over here, this line here is 16 and 19, 18 and 21. This dot is 17. This dot is 20. It's 3 straight lines that go here. But because it's above and below, I said the cube can go up or the cube can go down. 2 positions of the cube here. When you create 2, 54. 3 becomes Venus. 4 becomes Mars. And a total of 144. But multiply everything by 10. One of the reasons I like to say that is because, one, until you get to 10, you don't have like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, etc. And then you have 10. So you have points, areas in a space. Since we're always using the cube, a singular cube, or the 9 face, for that reason. So if you take a look, let me see what you can see in the camera. Here is a Y. Here is an X. When you're coming into the center, into the cube, you're coming in with the 25th letter. But when you're coming out of it, or if you're going into it to this side, it becomes the 24th letter. 25 and 24, 49, equaling to green 8. This center of this Y, of this X, is number 23. 2 and 3 equals to 5. On this side, okay, this area over here, it's number 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. So your passage is into 55. I always said it mirrors this, right? But here's where the mirror starts. Here's an X. Let me see if I can get this camera any closer. Right? Let me see if I can show you. I'll show you the one closer over here. Here's an X. Here's a Y. Here's an X. Here's a Y. So here and here is the first part, right? And then it continues with the X. So it's not really a complete mirror until you get to this Y here. So now I have to complete another set of numbers down here. I have to flip it to get another 36 numbers. See, the piano tells me 1 through 7, 1 through 7, 1 through 7. So every time you have to 7, 8, you're starting on the next octave, 1 line up. So we have 2 X's, right? And then we have 3 X's. Now, if this was bowling, right? 3 X's, I would put 30 creation in the first box, then 50 and 60. That would be my total of the 3 X's. I want to make my screen smaller. Okay. Yes, Zion, 100% Zion. Zion, Zion, Zion. The Z sometimes looks like a number 2. So Mercury
as numeric value 103. As Earth and Mars, as Mars is numeric value 51, noted to be 8 and number 22. Earth, noted to be the void, noted to be in the sun in rotation of birth and death. "33 void, 22 ape, 55 freedom." So Mercury, if you take away the repeated R, 18 from 103, you end up with 85. Heaven's energy, crossing energy, because the H can be a river, but the I will be a waterfall. The H is the river, the I is the waterfall. The reason for that is the I is standing up, so it's vertical, and the H is across, it is horizontal. All we do is break things apart. We still have to create that program. Okay, just give me one more thing. I'm going to have one more of these. Give me a number. I'm missing energy. You want to go out? Yeah? You want it? Okay, here you go. 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 I'm shutting the door. Halfway in, halfway out. Okay. Okay, where were we? Where were we? I do not know. So let me check my okay. So the number 85 goes with silver. The number 85 goes with Rubik's. The number 85 created from 22 Mars, H. Number 5 is created from 12, the spirit in Venus. It's the house of Venus. I wrote something in the title. Hockey is 60. The minute you say 80, you're saying 420s. So let me duplicate my page. I want to see something. Alphabet House, RAH. Okay, I wrote that because it's Mercury in the Beta House. And Ra is what Mercury is, Hara, which is, it's A through H. Just 1 second, I'm taking a look at something. Cat poop, Mars, the wild card. It's hard to explain everything. I mean, I see it working. I see the calculations. I see the artwork in my head. I know I can design it, or I've either have designed it before. I put the numbers together. I use systems that are already out there. If you've ever heard of pi, I'll use it. If you ever heard of binary code, I'll use it. But I'll put some twists on things. If you ever heard of Fibonacci or Pythagorean or gematria counting 1 through 7. Have you ever heard of the piano? Have you ever heard of the guitar? Have you ever heard of a drum in your ear on the car? It's a brake drum. Brake drum and pads. Are they maxi or mini? So it's just, there's such a vast, I don't know what, I'm just going to make up these words because that's what I do. I make things up. A mass misconception of what a word is actually doing, because a word is a vibration. Just because you take it in your context, it doesn't mean the vibration is proper. Otherwise, then your motherboard, your PCU, or whatever you want to call it, has been, I don't know, altered. Your receiver, maybe your communication. I have a little hot water in the kitchen. Kitchen starts with a K. Bedroom is BR. Bathroom is BR. All the places, the front door, the back door, the side door, the patio door, PD. PDP is the half-life, maybe because you can't go down, or maybe you can go down from your balcony, but not from mine unless I jump over it. That's not a natural down. So I'm talking about anything. I'm not really sure. Oh, yes, I'm going to talk about Roman numerals in a minute. Oh, yeah, it's here. Just give me a second. I don't know. There's something about I have a design I was looking at for years that's on this wall, you know. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I want to buy this building, but right now I put a revocation on this. Okay. Okay. Okay, where were we? Let me see. Let me see. You know, are we immortal? Which way do I want to look at it? Why don't we look at something else? We can look at the word mortal. You know, when I think of the word tal, I think of that we're always connected somewhere else, that we're really not here, right? The voice that's at the other end of the telephone is you. You're at the other end of your own telephone. And when you get cut off here from life, we're never here. Immortal. I am, right? Did you know that, wow, I can't read everything, and I just posted a new comment. So just give me a second. I'm going to back things up. So when you look at immortal, the word M-O-R-T is is dead, is death in French. I'm going to put more hot water. So, you know, there's been saying that God, well, the Hebrew God or whatever you want to call it, I'm not sure if it's in the other Bibles, but it's said to be I am who I am. Now the question is, can you say the I'm with an apostrophe in between the M? So if I am who I am, are you talking A through M, meaning I am everything A through M? I am what is the spirit. I am the hand of God. So what happens in this equation, okay, what happens in this equation, okay, I am is A all the way to M. The total is like adding everything over to 13 equaling to 91. 91 equals to the spirit. The base word, it's also the spirit of man. The reverse of this is 19. I don't, Shikar. I don't, where did I get this from? This is the 10th and the 9th equaling to 19. And the reverse of these is this. And this is a house. This is the house of Venus. The house of Venus, the sun is 54. Venus is 81. So Venus, you want to call it 3 of 3 because the reverse alphabet is 27, 1 through 26, where the sun and the moon reside right there, like above, below, because of the, you have this, and then this, and this, and then it goes to this. But then there's, I'm not sure if we're going to create a point or a square. I don't know what to do with points or squares. I'll make a square here and a square here. Okay, I'm not really sure if I should have did it this way. But when going down here, you're going to go to number 8. And when you're going up here, this is 7, this is 8, this is 7, 9, 11, 13. This is 15 up over here. So the numbers are H, O. The letter over here is M. The letter over here is N. So you have M, O, N, H. Unless you wanted to find something that was over here, right? And that would be either the O, the HO, or the G. Just because where they are. What is this design? This is the gematria design. The design is 7. So we can use this for the piano, the ring, right? Where the second place, right? Where the second place happens. 1, 2, 3. Remember when I talked about this? 1/3 is 27. 2/3 is 54. 3/3 rotation in the sun is 81, and they talk about Venus. This is the house of RAH. Because of 18, the numbers, the number 1, or do you want to use 10? Which one do you want to use, 1 or 10? Okay, but I'm just going to use 1 for now. But around it is 8. 8 or 18, 1 and 8 come together. And 1 and 8 equals to 9. So it becomes H-A-I. And then if you go 1 and 8, it equals to R. 18th letter, R. 1 and 8 equals to 9. 1 is 1, 8 around it. You got this. H-air, heaven's air, right here. Give me a breather. Oh, Moon Man. Yes, Moon Man. That's what it is. Yes, 1328, Moon Man. Very good. Moon Man.
13, 28, 57. Here's an 85. It's also a 76. See, you only become the man at the age of 13. The man in numeric value is, right, M and 28. The book ends, M and N. So this is gematria. It'll go 1, 3, 5, 7. Then it'll go 5, 3, 1. And it's not 7 over here. It's 8 over here. So if you're playing the game of pool, this is where it is. What is happening and why is it? Because what I did is, if I create it with all these squares, correct? And I would do this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Let me see. And this, and this. Okay. So this is 7, 5, 3, 1. 7, 5, 3, 1. So what is this number over here? Well, 1 minus 2 equals to 8. 8, 1, 1, 8. I think you just marked that, didn't you? Is that what you just marked? Did you do that on purpose? So is that where your 8 days a week come in? So now what happens is now we go up to here, and then we go up to here. Did I do that properly? Yeah, okay. So when you go to the next level, I'm going to be going, how did I get there? Let me see. I'm going to go here. Let me see this. Yeah, okay. We got that one, and that one. Okay, so that's going to be, instead of 5, I'm going to go up and I'm going to go to 9. And then I'm going to go to 11. And then this one over here, okay, is going to be 13. So that means this one over here becomes 15. So it becomes O and H. So instead of what we had before, the 7 and the 8 and the 16, now we have the 15 over here. So it'd be H and O. And if M and E came together, right, M and E, here comes the sun. These three will put together matter and energy. So that would be like home, right? Is that where it'd be, like home on the range? You just won yourself a new cooking range on The Price is Right. So this is why the 8 goes down here, and 1 and 5 is 6. So this is the division of what is the 7th gate. Right over here, 8 and 15, 8 and 6. Actually, it's 8 with 5 and 6, 8 with 5 and 6. And this is, I don't know how to express enough how 7 come 11. I don't know. I keep bumping into it. I can't remember all my videos. My videos are extremely long. Yeah, ether. How do you want to do that? So I'm just going to put my face up here for a minute. And where's my hot coffee? Just give me a second. I'm going to take like a 30-second break here, all right? I just want to see if anybody's trying to contact me, because my phone seems to never keep up to anything. Okay, did anybody message me? Yes, you, yes. Okay, nothing. And let's check here. Okay. My son. We are the change. That's who we are. That's what I just told my son. 1 second. Okay, I don't know why I'm losing my head. Okay, so where are we next? Where are we next? We can go all over the place. What do you want to do? I don't know what anybody wants to do. First of all, the cube, it's 7 and 7, 7, 7.
if we run the cube by 11s on 3 sides, right, then what we have is, and how do we do that? How do we take this 6-side cube and run 3 sides? We have to hold the cube up this way. May as well call it a dreidel. I mean, they bring out these things. So you're telling me the dreidel means nothing? The house of Kaaba means nothing? It doesn't exist? The stones, I call them Georgia, that guide, they meant nothing? And the word George, which is gold within the moon, the male and the female, and ask me why. And I'll tell you. None of the words mean anything, yet teleport, television, airport, nothing connects. Transport. When I start to see the word gate now with ATE, I look at filtration. And the reason I look at filtration is because TEA comes in a bag and it filters out. So, and it's also the division between what is AEA. And the AEA is AEA. 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 Can I say it that way? And then the 15 ball is 6. And then you come between 1 and 1. And then the 15 ball is 6. So it's 1, 6, and 1, 6, 1. Between here, here, and here. Can we look at it that way is the question. This design is off. I can tell you right now. I should make a new one and remove this one. Sometimes I make mistakes, right? I make mistakes. Sort of close one eye, look at it a little bit on an angle, double cubes, different ways to look at it. When you're looking at the cat whiskers, it's telling you about a corner. Or the this is long. Look at the distance. It starts here and it goes all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to over here, right? Okay, let me. How do you take that off? How do you take that off? That's what I don't. I gotta come on. Okay, okay. They say my connection is not so good. I don't know why. I need to take a check on something. Has anybody said anything on Odyssey? Nope, not a word. Always people watching. And 7-Eleven. See, this is the thing. 7-Eleven. I like that. Okay, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. 7 times 11 equals 77. 7 plus 11 equals to 18 equals to 95. And 18 equals to 86. Okay? 18 plus 77 equals to 86. So 95 is outside what is inside to the divided gate. Although I said 3 and 4 DC is the smallest area to a single cube, but when it's 2 cubes, it's no longer 3 and 4, it's 3, 3, and 4, 4, making it 6 and 8. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is what that equation is, dividing of the 7th gate. The numeric value 5 equals to 42. The numeric value 9 equals to 42. The 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to what is 6 and 8. And it even shows it on the calculator to where this makes a mathematical equation here. To where 3 times itself will create these two. Where 2 times itself will end up in the same area. So I just tried to see the anomaly of what we can do with a calculator and put everything in their own perspective. Harrow is the gate. Hey, Ronro, the way, the truth, the life, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. 77 plus 74 equals 151. There it is, Jesus Christ. So you go 1 times, no, so what you do now is you do Roman numbers. You do Roman numbers. So here it is. So now you have 77 Christ and you have 74 energy equals to 151. 1 plus 5 plus 1 equals to 7. Although 515 equals to what can be this, equaling to 4, what can be this, equaling to what is 6. To where if we looked at it this way, the initials would be FED, like in the Federation, but to understand that sometimes to put something to another word is to have it added. So we have other additions to words. And in each word, they tell a different story. And in some words, we take away letters or we change letters in the same house of what the word is, because in 5, it changes when it becomes a 5th, but not like what is a 4th, because you complete the word until you add on the TH. But here now you, instead of having the V as in 5, in the Spanish pronounce the B as in the same word. So I like to call this the house of the bee, the pollinating house, self-pollination. So 5 and 9 is not only, ironically, just what it is, right? But your 5, here's your 9. So 4, 5, slash 3, 2. 6, 3, slash 1, 4. The king, the fox. So we have that. We also have what we don't have. We don't have a 1, 8 equals to 9. What is the invert of 1, 8 equals to 9? The actual invert of, let me hold on a second. This one is 6. I'm just trying to think. This would be 6. This would be 1, 8. This would be 6, 3. I'm just trying to think of something. Just trying to think. 7. But these are, oh yes, this is, you see in this house, right? The opposite of 6 is 1. The opposite of 3 is 4. I'm going to show you that here's number 6 and here's number 3. When I flip them over, 3 will have an opposite 4 and 6 will have an opposite 1. So that's this equation. So now when I come into 1 will have an opposite 6. Now 8, there is no 8. The only 8 that there is the 8 void that surrounds here. That's if you join the game. This is for arts and entertainment purposely only. I use real life items with real life answers from real life people who have diplomas that have been plastered all over the world in every single library. In fact, everything I do comes from arts and entertainment, casinos and theaters. So it's out there to the public to see. It's in the public's eye every day. I just bring awareness. I create equations that bring things closer together. In fact, most of my equations have already been created, but I just use them. Others have used it like a calculator. I call it star system math because when you put a plus over a plus and a multiplication, you get an 8 star. And in the center is the 9th space. It's a natural. And when it's a natural, 10 equals 0. Because that's the game of Baccarat. Baccarat, the carrot. So we're looking at a diamond. So now we might be looking at Saturn. Saturn has a sun inside its name. It also has the word rat, which is there. So what happens is that the opposite of the 1 is both, okay, to create 9 is both what is, did I do this right? Oh, I used 2 different dice before. Here I cannot use 2 different dice. I'm using a single dice. So if I use a single dice here, my answer will come from the single dice 9. So this is 1 dot with 8 void. And the opposite of that is 6 dot with 3 void. So if I put 6 and 1 together equals to 7. At this time, I got 3 and 8 equals to 11. So 7 come 11. And this is the only true way This is the half-life of creation. What a sweet 16. And inside the words and letters, it's half-life. The French wouldn't pronounce the H that is inside over here, but is a half-life. The other thing it says is it says face. The other thing this says is we cannot use 6. If we use 6, 1 through 6, it equals to 21. But one side is down. So we're only going to go 1 through 5 sides, okay, equaling to 15. And then we're going to go 2 through 6, equaling to 20. Okay, and these are letters in the alphabet, and they have reverses too. LG is one of the reverses for this combination, its location. But we don't have to work it this way. This is the greatest distance when the 5 would be up, right? When the 2 would be up and the 5 would be down, we'd have 14 around. No, when you add 1 through 5, it equals to 15. When you add 2 through 6, it equals to 20. When you add 1 through 6, it equals to 21. Now, I create an equation with this I've really never done before. I'm going to do one now, but this is UOT. This says either a cough. This is gateway location. It's also 15 will be related to the game of pool, stars and stripes, stripes and solids. I mean, it sounds like war games, right? Sergeants and generals. And 20 will be the darts. And in the darts, you have a 50 red, 25 green. You know, red is number 27, but anyways, 27 and 23 is 50. Okay, somehow created with W, but I don't want to talk about a green. Take away 24. Anyways, so this is just a base, right? This is your base set. What just happened? When you do this, it'll create this word. $36.47. So also the word energy and time. And it's ironic, okay, that the word egg is 577. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 55. So it is your freedom. It is your energy because of what the mathematics. And DNA, okay, equals to 19. This egg equals to 19. The other word that goes with it is the moon is number 57 through the 7th gate. Male and female. So where we have the moon equaling to numeric value 57. To where the female bat and the 13, the male bar, to what is 3 opposing 4 on this dice cube. But you have two dice cubes, one for the man and one for the woman. So the man is from Mars and the woman is Venus with Mercury. But Mars is the 4 corners, which is the house of Venus. It's the house of BEIT. It's the mirrored house of BEIT. Comes without the spirit, and boom. Okay, so we did this, that, the other thing. I got to look at the questions again. Yes, the 12 is the bat mitzvah, and the female is still a girl at 11. And when you're born, when you have a machine that's not fully built to receive the Holy Spirit, you have received the aether with your birth. But what I believe is our conscience is not awakened for any memory, and you have therefore the child has been born, but the spirit has yet to completely, the child cannot completely do certain tactical things. The the body has not formed yet to finish the receiving. The rest of the receiving is programmed when after the child is born. So the steps, the natal steps that are going on are after the child is born. Okay, and it's done through the breathing. It's very important that the child breathes proper air, and you have to do research on what good air, what good water, what good food. Okay, whatever you put into your body will be reproduced in most instances inside that of this. So when you're rolling the dice, they scream, "I'm rolling the bones." Okay, so energy time equals 47 and 44 for, no, time is 47, energy is 74, 121. Or that's 55, the gateway. The reason, I'll explain in a minute. And when you put 7 over 4, it's 11. So it becomes 11, 11. So it becomes 22. So right away, everything stems out from Mars. Everything they want. The more we can understand and share how we found that everything is related to Mars, and that not let's go out to Mars, but Mars is heavily implicated into the very nature of this, what so-called planet we live on, only through the number facts. That's all, just through the number facts. What happens in the 50s? What happens in the numbers in the 60s? What happens in the numbers in the 40s? What happens in the numbers in the 30s? Where did the numbers go? How many? We can have 27 if we have 1 letter. We can have 54 if we have 2 letters. We can have 81 if we have 3 letters. 108 if we have 4 letters. But wait a second. Once we get the 4, we've created a mirror. And if we're working in a triangle, 4 goes back to the beginning. Do you remember before I did a thing on 8? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Here is where 8 is. But we cannot do anything until we get to I. Because we have to start to go from here over to here. If this was point 0, it would be like that. And then the beginning would be here. And in between here and here is the point steps between 1 and 9 before you get to your full whole number over here. And where, although the B is a 2 value, you only took 1 step. So you counted all through what is 1 all the way through 9 in order to get your full movement. 1 is that full movement. And then you went over to C. So B over to C is the same thing. It is also 1 through 9, but is in the 2 house. This is in the 1 house. This is in the 2 house to 1, 9. So it becomes not only 1, 9, 1, 9, it becomes 2, 2, 9. Do you follow what I'm saying? Anyways, leave this out of the equation. I'm not up to date with that, but in this one, I am 100%. This is the way I work. We start over to what is AA. You see, I don't have to do this. The reality of this for me can also be done this way. A, B, C, D. I think it's E, F, G. Did I get, let me see, did I do that right? No, I didn't do that right. I didn't do that right. A, B, C. I don't know which way I want to do this, A, B, C. I think I want to do it this way. I'm not sure if I want to do it that way or not. A, B, C. Yeah, I want to do it that way. Right. I want to do it this way. So this is what it is. So you do ABC6, ABC6, and then you come into the center, 10, 10. 1 and 1 equals to 1 and 1. inside the D house. We only, this is, I'm not sure why they do it. For me, it's a part of a skeleton of something deeper. As we dive deeper, we start to be able to use this situation. And I'm not really sure how the house is split up. So I use, the reason I did this is because H and I and B and I come together. So if we're going to be counting, we're going to go 1 through 8 and 2 through 9. And this is how it begins. In the heavens is your birth, in the house of BEIT. Birth in the house of BEIT. 2907. 135 equals the sun. Energy, matter, 74, 77. The sun, 54 as S1U35. N5. So I can sort of mix it up like this. Look, 5 looks like an S, right? But it's a 5. So where did I get this from? The 19th letter, 1 plus 9 equals to 10/1. The 21st letter, 2 plus 1 equals to 3. The 14th letter, 1 plus 4 equals to 5. That's where I got those numbers from. You go to the game of pool, okay? You go to the game of pool, you have the 5, and then you have the 13. They're both orange balls. They both say the same thing, 135. Ace, energy, matter, earth, heart. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 7, 4, 11, 1 and 1 is 2. With 77, Christ, to 74, Jesus. To where the student into the cycle of your Fibonacci creation. The reason for that is 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals 11 equals to 28, and which is really ironic to where 1776, 888, 596, 3, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. $592, and then we go to 6, and then we go to 8. 6 is going to be 291, 291, 292, 293. They're going to be 3. It's going to be 2 times 9. 290 what? 296. 296 times 6 equals. Okay, that's right. Robert Edward Grant, the moon, and 1776, the gateway to the half-life. He had it in his picture on Earth, Robert Edward Grant. This one is 222. And don't forget, this, and this are double ups. This is what is in between. So when this is what is in between, okay, we have to understand that this is where we, this is, how can I say this? 3 and 6, 360 degrees, what will create 18 and 09, R and I. Again, Mars into the sun. There's only 2 letters. Maybe it's not Mars. Maybe it's Venus into the sun, right? Because this is Venus. Venus, sun. So we can see that the halfway point in this would be between right here. This is our halfway point in 444, which would be 333. 147 divided by 3 equals to that remainder as 133 and 233 and 0333. The 3 bears, the 3 pigs, 3 out of 4. Not going to get into that right now. So the total over here is 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times, and 8 times. 5, 7, and 9 do not fit. birth in the moon, gateway to the birth in the EI world. And even in French, they exchange the pronunciation. And there's more. So this is 24, 6 and 8, 14, 16, 20, 26, 28. 7, 15, 24, 28, 38, 39, 15, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's ironic because Einstein, what is relative? 5 plus 9 plus 14 is 28, and it repeats. It is 28. S and T equals to 19 and 20 equals to 39. Einstein, 1776. Energy, 7 times 4 equals to 28. 7 plus 4 equals to 11. 11 and 28, 39. So we get that working out to Einstein. What is first? 888 in reverse is 666. So all of these are telling different stories. These are bookends or the inverts in the BEIT world. Rotation in the sun and Venus. This is full rotation, 555. So this is right inside the cube. And that's because it's over there. 2 sets, a cube. What happens is 111 and 111, right? Because there's 16 times 111 equals to 1776. So 111, 111 is 222, in which this is 16 and 19. This is 18 and 21. This is 17 and 20 equals to 111. It is going to create the cube inside the numbers of roulette. It takes a complete area to do this. So I need 2 cubes to create 222. To where I need 16 for full formation. To where full formation, I'm not sure if you can see it. Full formation is when I can join this one to this one. Okay, that'll be singularity full formation, and I do it right over here. Let me see if I'm showing it to you. See this octagon? And inside the octagon, take a look, there's hexagons. I only have 2 hexagons, but there's another one here and another one here. There's actually 4 going on. Just my paint is bigger. You can see the same thing over here. These are exact duplicates of the roulette betting board. Exact. So is this one over here. So is this one over here. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 16, 18, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27. Wow, how can this be 25? Hold on a second. This is 23, 24, 25, 26. This is 28. Did I make a mistake? Or am I, let me take another look. 23, 26. This is 25. This is 27. Is that possible? I made a mistake? No. This is backwards. Here. This is 25. This is 27. This is 30. This is 34. This is 32. This is 34, and this is 36. 34 over here. So I need to connect 111 and 111. So I connect these two with an octagon, and these are where my cube is over here. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So when I have this, right, 4 areas, what is a sweet 16? I'm using 4 cubes. Can we say that's the sweet 16? I need these to complete. I need this one, okay, to have a house in between. I need this one to live in the void over here. Anyways, whatever it is, I need 4 of them for 144 for one day. I need 8 of them. Remember, I want to put together 144s. So if I have 4 sets, I have 144. If I have 8 of them, okay, hold on a second. 4 times 36 equals 14. I like to go 1440. 8 times 36 equals to 2880. That's where I think the divided house comes in after 288 days, 2 periods of 288 days, 3 periods. So we get to the, hold on a second. Now we're going to go to 12 times 36, which equals to 4320. That's our vibration. Our vibration is 1236. Now, depending on how you want to look at it, what's ironic about this is it's their polarities within their own. Because when I do 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 in the 12 area, I'm going to create a 3, 2 end result 5. When I do the 36, before I do the end result, I will get 3 times 6, 18. Okay, that is 9. And 3 plus 6 equals, sorry, 3 times 6 equals to 18. 1 and 8 equals to 9. And then 3 plus 6 equals to 9. The total is 27. So by noting that the total is 27, 2 plus 7 equals to 9. So this equation already tells me the exact story that's being told in this cube, because the 9 is the polar of the 5. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, 2 and 3. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 4 and 5, 9. And it's telling an exact story, and our vibration is right over here. The next time, and not only that, we end up with 63 dots. The next one, okay, the 4th cube will complete the 3rd moon. 28, 28, 28, 84. This is coming up this year. So, but when we count them out, it creates 66. 888, 24. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. This is the gateway. So now we have 7 and 14 and 14 and 7 and 7 and 14. 21, 21, 21. So you have 63 after 3 cubes show up. On the 4th cube, you get to the 84. It inverts. This is where we are right now in time, 1938 to 2022. We've arrived at this threshold right here. This is ending, and it's the 4th one. It's the mirrored from 1938. 38 in the 20th century. Remember, it's too hard to exactly explain this. But anyways, this is your vibration. Your next number to this is going to be your sweet 16, 16 by 36. Tell me it's 5760. 5760 divided by 16 equals to 36. That's perfect. Okay, 5760. This is equivalent to the year 2000. The flip of the cube to the spirit of 76. Time in the moon. The orange. 60 seconds on the clock. 57 in the moon. Male and female. 5, 6, 7, 18. Mercury and Venus. The house of RAH. This is your vibration. This is the Hebrew time, and where they called reset. Now we are 22 years later. Actually, it's 23 years later. When this year ends, 23 ends. We're going into the 24th. The 24th is where the gateway is, and the house is inverted in the game. The strings, the tentacles, the webbing is now breaking apart. Now they're just trying to see how many souls they can win before the game ends. Why hasn't this ever happened before? Who said it didn't? It didn't last very long. Not for me. I don't think it's ever happened before. Not in my visual time of years spent on this planet. 4320. 4320. 43 DC, okay, at the gateway. I mean, there's so many things going on in there. Why not 1? What is 0? There's so many things. You see, numeric value of 0 equals 64. 6 and 4 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 6 and 4 is black. So are we inside the the dark house. I wanted to do something on, so you saw what happened to 1776, right? And again, I just want to bring this to a different level, is that when we do this math equation, I'm just going to do the simple math equation, it's going to end up to be 1, 3, 1. 3 days and 1 day and 1 day and 3 days, to where 31 and 13 and 31 come together, and 13 and 31 and 13, and it becomes 57, 75, in which becomes 1925. I can do it this way, which equals to 17. Where are you coming from with this? Or how about 1771? Now I'm going to explain it. The numeric value for man is 31. Roulette that showed me, okay, about 5775, male and female, because of what the math does. Okay. Man, bar mitzvah, because of what I know, those who follow the moon at the age of 13, you have a bar mitzvah. I divided 57 by 3 and 75 by 3. So they become 1925. 19 is DNA. And 25 is Earth, Earth's heart, Jack. It is also a gate. It is also a gate where it is the GJ gate. Jack, God, maybe 7 and 10 come together. This equation is 7 and 10 equals to Q 17. As well, 1 plus 9 equals to 10. 2 plus 5 equals to 7. How many real 10s are there? Can you count 4 and 6 as 10 and say that's a real 10? Or are the real good 10s are the X 10s over the crossover 10? Anyways, don't want to get into that. So 1 and 9, 1, 2 and 5, 7, and that's where Q comes in. Cucumber. Yeah, so this is what creates this. The 7th gate happens to be over here. So if the 7th gate is here, this is the heavens, and we live over here. We live between 296 and 222. But then the halfway space is over here. So that would mean we live in 148 areas here and 148 areas here. So 148 plus and minus above this. Remember I said 48 has to do with the sun, 48 with Pluto. But when you use the 1, if we want to separate it and call this just a change, it would be 1 spirit of 48. But we can talk about anything. Anyways, I'm going to do one last thing. I want to pick up some more questions. I did write something down, 151, which I didn't finish that equation, which also can be looked at as this, because the artwork shows me this, which shows me 4, 5, and 6, which tells me this. And then every letter tells me this. And it's funny that these, right? Do I have the thing here? No, I don't think I have it. But if you look up Chaldean, I think this is 666 in Chaldean. F-E-D. D is the 4th letter. The reverse is W. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 5 and 6 equals to 11. And then you do it on this side, 5 and 6 equals to 11. And then you keep it into the center if you want. 5 and 1, 5, 1 and 1 is Earth. And it's also something to do with a towing. If you go 5 and 1, it becomes Mars. So we have 11, 11. 1 times 5 times 1 is 5 and 7. Look at that, the way 5 and 7 moved itself into the center, right? So that's going to be 12. So now you have 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1, 2. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. So the total here is 23, and the total here is 23. But if you add them all together, you get a total of 34 to that equation. Again, the house of DC. Now let's add them up properly this time. We have 11 here. Whoops, sorry, I just flinched. We have 11 here, and we have 11 here. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 1 times 5 times 1 is 5. And then the multiplication, okay, causes the 5 to stay where it is. The addition causes the 7. 7 and 5 equals to 12, in which 5 times 7, 5 plus 7 equals to 12 equals to 35, equals to what is 47 times, to where that equation comes back to 1776. So maybe I'm going to go into this one piece right over here next. I'm going to be taking, let's say, a 1 or 2 minute break. I'm going to go warm up my nice coffee. Yes, Hertz for sure. Yes, hey, Mr. Watkins, how are you? How are you? Oh, it's still early, only 9:22. I thought it was later. I'm going to just take a little break. If you have any questions, thinking of something, 10, 10, 10. Well, let's go bowling. Right? You want to go bowling? Let's go bowling. What sport do you want to play? The equations are everything. Nothing is for nothing in your MTV. I don't know. I want to just take away this light a little bit. I wonder if we can see that screen in the back. Oh yeah. I just want to see something. Oh, I don't have the internet plug, but I'm gonna go warm up. Take 2 minutes. I can make it brighter in here, maybe. Hold on a second. Yeah, just brighten up the house. We're looking to save this place. A couple of million, buy the building. Let's do it quick. I'm out in 39 days. I've already put up a revocation for it. I found out a little information of what's going on in with this person and their association, and there's a lot of people that are getting together right now, and really and truthfully, because I know what I believe is coming in the future, I just like to make some kind of deal and give him what he wants, and let fate fix it all up for me, and just let's enjoy, right? The house of paint, maybe a couple of million, buy this place. We've got all the equations. They set it upon us. We are lucky. I'm lucky. You're lucky. We're all lucky. I also would like, not just me, but to have the equations, to be able to create the equations or a program that all I have to do is put into the program everything I talk about, and it'll tell the same story. It's going to tell the same story. Check. Do you want to check something, or do you want to write a check for freedom bowling? So in bowling, pending what you want to do, but if you were starting in the 10th frame, right, and going the other way, you won't count anything but 30 complete in the 10th frame. If you were doing it in 3 separate frames, I want to remember this. You tell me I'm off the board. Okay, if we want to do this in the first 3 frames, rather than going backwards, if we went backwards and rolled 3 strikes in the 10th frame, it ends. We got 30. Now we go into life. So as we go into life, so we start that 10th frame, A, B, C, D, in the 10th frame is 30. Although we can go into the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd frame, but that's not the same. The reason it's not the same is because of what I'm doing in my equation. If you think the equation's okay, then it works. If you think the equation is unfair, then let me know. So here's what the equation's going to be. Hold on, I don't want to lose that page. The equation is like this. Well, I should have, let me see. So we have, here's the 10th frame, and then here's the 10th frame, and the 9th, and the 8th, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Did I get that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here, so you get a strike, and 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 a strike, strike, strike. Now, my first thing I'm thinking about is 72. That's the most you can get. 72, no more. Usually when you go bowling, Usually say a series, right, is 3 games. It's not 2 games. How do you have a series of 2 games? It's one, you win one, I win one, it's over. No, we have to have the breaker. Okay, we have to have the one breaker. Breaker one, that breaks it all up. So series are 3, 5, and 7 that we mostly play, right? 7 is the biggest one to the gateway. So why 72? It's not only 72, it's also 72 and 9 low. It's at the birth in the Venus gates. Why? Because the 24th letter in the alphabet is X. There are 3 of them. 3 by 24 is 72. The reverse alphabet is the 03C letter, okay, times 3 equals to 09, and that's my 81, the house of Venus, the house of 10. So once we go this way, I get 30, and I get a strike, I get 60. I get strike, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300. But when I go the other way, okay, when I go the other way and I get 3 strikes, and if the game ends here, I'll get 30 here and 20 here and 10 here. And on this side, I have 60. But in the 10th frame, I only have 30. So in your first frame, right, in your first, second, and third, okay, you end up with 60. But in the 10th, also with 72 and 72, you only get 30. So in 144/90, I don't know what the equation is. I don't. Now, if I invert this whole equation, right, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. Oh, I made a mistake. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300. So when I do this, every box is going to say this, 330 total. Rotation in the sun. So this is your 90. It's your 90 because we added up the 60 and 30 together and the 72 and 72. The difference is the sun. And 1440 is your day. And it takes 3 days to have your vibration. So your 3 days and 2 is in between 3. A, B, C. The Big Lebowski. Bully bowling. So pins, yes, another one we can use, the word pin. Right. Did I get anything done here? It's funny that on Odyssey, no one ever says anything. Are they allowed to say anything? Or, like, let me say something. Hi, robots. Wow. So, the Big Lebowski. So let's go to Roman numerals now. You want to go to Roman numerals? Tell me something. Tell me, somebody say something. Yes, ha, ha, ha is all about the, so there's 2 billion people, okay, praying to these things. And this is 11, 11, 11. Since we were talking about 11, 11, 11, it equals to 13, 31, and 33. So it's talking about rotation of the sun. It's talking about man and the moon. It's talking about Kaka and Pipi, because the K letter is the 11th letter and the reverse is a PP. So that's what it is. It talks about rotation 6-9 in the sun, 1 rotation 6-9 in the sun. Bed and bath, eh? I didn't do 28. Bath equals to 31. And shower, did I do shower? Shower is funny. 23, 38, and 27. 23 and 27. The shower, just 1 second before I get to what I want to talk about. SH 27, OW 38, ER 23. So we have 50 on the bookends, or we have 9 and 5. So that's perfect. And then inside of that, we have what is beta creation in the moon. You see the leaning, this W here, I gave it a new perspective today, thinking that if the N was next to it, right, or forget about what's next to it, but these are two I's, an I letter here and an I letter here, and they're connected together, okay? This hat, okay, is also found in the French language, mostly either over the A, sometimes over the E, where I've seen it, I could be wrong, look for it. So with that knowledge, I'm thinking that I'm joining I and I. I'm joining the electronic birth to the E world, but I call it I and I, 99, when you're connecting both faces together. Did you follow? I'm going to repeat it again. The W is the I on an angle. One of the passages cutting through the 45-degree angle through the foxhole in the sun because of the 45, okay, is the letter I, the ninth letter. 5 and 4 is IT. When you 5 times 4, 5 plus 4. So when I look at the W, number 23, and I create math, 2 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 2, I get 8 and 9. So where else do I get 8 and 9? 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 is a star system configuration, and also shows up on the 1 dot, where there's an 8 void to a 1 dot on this cube. I don't want to talk too fast, but you got to say something. So the 88 is the value of the shower. Shower is 88. And shower is also for I, which is 9. And bath is number 8. And bath is number 28, and 3 equals to 31. So bath is 31, shower is 88, and we have 29 and 119, 911 coming together, the bath and the shower. Anyways, I'm tired. I wanted to do some Roman numerals. Maybe I'm going to do that Roman numeral thing right now, and then I'm going to, that's it. I didn't even go get my last drink. It's 10:34. If you got one more vibration, Hertz, absolutely. 10, 10, 10. The bowling, RNA, through the sun, another divided world. A divides everything. Right? The souls of the dark house. We are living in ancient history. Oh, yeah, we are living in ancient history. I have to go. Fails, fail with an S. Time out. Out, out. Location, 2 is a cough. TU, where, location. 5 times 4 equals to what is T? So out is 35, 45, 55, 56, 56. So 56 is out, which creates 41. In is 23. Wow. 56 will create 41, and automatically in is 23, so they can join together on another level. Pull billiard, sweet 16. No stone left unturned. I never really did the word for mother or board. So TH and ER is THER, okay, is 28 and 23, so 51 Mars, plus MO is also 28, so it starts with 28, 28. So is it starting with 2 cycles? Because I like to use 28 as a cycle. But, okay, 28 grams is 1 ounce. 8 times 3.5, okay, or 4 sevens equals to 28 grams. 16 ounces is 1 pound. So we have to understand our weights and measures as well in order to bring things a little bit closer together. And then we're going to use Celsius and Fahrenheit, C and F, 6 and 3, 2 ends of the spectrum, cold and hot, red and blue, 34 cold, 43 red hot, red 27. Pull billiards, let me see. Yeah, so we're going to just show you this one screenshot that's over here. How do you think it's screenshot? Hey? Hey, you like that? Yeah? Okay, just push this a little bit. I don't pay much attention to you, right? Right? Okay, so this is what we're going to end with. Are we ready for the end? This is what it is. And I repeat, and I'll keep repeating. Everything is with threes. First, second, and third. Fourth is a runner-up to a whole group of other fourths. M is the 13th letter. 1 and 3 is 4. D is the 4th letter. V is the 22nd letter, 4. C is the 3rd letter. L is the third numeric value. I is numeric value 9. But, okay, yes, numeric value 9. So what we have left over is we have 4. Let me do this again. Let me see if I can do this again. Where we have, let me do this here. Let me do it nice and clean. Where we have M, D, V, what we have 13 plus 0, 4 plus 22, or what we have is 4 and 4 and 4. To what we have next, to where we have C and L, to where we have 0, 3, and 12, to what is 3 and 3. To what we have is next, to have X, X and I, to what is 24 and 0, 9, to what is 6 and 9. This is going to end up saying 366. One equation, 36, 108, 108 and 15. 6 times 6, 36 times 3 equals to 108 plus 15 equals to 1, 2, 3, or 41 times 3. But the thing about this one is, if you take a look, the invert of 4 is 3, and 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is what creates X and I. So this creates this inverted to that. So I don't know the whole gym of this whole thing. 26, 36, or 7 to 8. Oh, these are the angels, 39. And this equals to 15. That's Mars. And this equals to 33 rotation in the sun from birth to light. 33, 43, 48 plus 48 equals to 87. That shows me the gate. 22 and 33 is 55. No, hold on. 30. Where's the answer? 39 and 15 is 54. The sun. 39 and 33, 72. The beta gates. 33 and 15, 48. Okay, I'm just thinking. I'm hot. I'm not really sure which way to go right now. So let me just read. I'm stopping. This is 3 hours, but I have to read. I have to go through. Oh my God. I am the second in Leviticus, the Prince of Israel. I write to thank you for your special manner of Jewish. My special manner? Oh, okay. Thank you for... Thank you for choosing the special Jewish Omni tattoo and the special Hashem blessing of riches. Thank you that now, even today, your judgment teaches your special Jewish children to take the mark and the great gift those children shall soon receive from their teachings. An exclusive tour shall be provided to your children in order to teach them how kosher tuna fish bags are slaughtered and extruded into packages. Children shall be given a very close tour. An exclusive tour shall be happily provided to all your special Jewish children and package at $40. And you haven't taught them even the special Jewish and big heaping mouth of kosher. You should be rich. 32,523. 32,523. The dollar sign is found on the 4. Hashem, if you spelled it with a CHEM, it looks like Heaven's Chemicals. And what is this? 667. So 66 is the DNA gateway pass. The 66 in gematria, the two sixes come together. But there's not only that inside 6 and 6, 7 and 5, 8 and 4, 9 and 3, and then what is 10 and 2? Inside the house. Minus 1. 6 minus 6, 7 minus 6. Can you multiply? 6 times 6. 36 times 7 equals to 210, and 42 equals 252. Wow. So you're going to have two gateways. 2 times 5, 2 plus 10 is equals to 17, 17, 20 plus 14, 34. 2 times 2, 4 times 5, 20. 20 plus 5, 6, 29. It becomes 29. 17, 29, 17 is what that equation ends up with. 8, 2, 8. See, when I see 8 coming with 2, I get a little confused, but I do know that 8 is the heavens surrounding the 1 Mercury pass. When I see 2 in the center, I'm believing that it is the divided world, 8. So if I do 8 to 8, it's a week I feel like this. I have to start taking some breaks. Anyways, so this is what it is with the Roman numerals. And also, one last thing we're going to do with the Roman numerals. This is going to be 1505. This is going to be 150. And this is going to be 11. 10, 11. Right? But with the 1, you're allowed 3 of them. 4 of them. You're allowed 4 of them. Right? But 1 is on the other side. When you count 11, 12, and 13, or it's the minus 1x, 1x. So this is what happens here, but we're just going to keep it at 161, and this will be 1666, in which will be 5 divided by 3. I'm sweating. I don't know if it's my shirt. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not really sure what you were talking about, Mr. Wesley. I don't get what you're looking at, but I don't know what mark. The mark of the tuna? I don't get it. Okay, I'm just trying to think. There's a lot of ways I can take this, so I'm not really sure which way. And now I'm going to have to look at the word. The combination of where TT comes together, I'd like to say that is the word Chet. So Chet. Okay, so this is what comes to me. This is no, it's not Chet. It's Tav. So it's this is what it is. Tav Sameach Sameach. And then it says some each. You know the Sameach, the Hebrew letter, right? But if you really spell it fast, it says some each. So the E is connecting what is the sum of. But it's 2 different words. It's H. The E is just connecting what is the mos or the psalm, which is half of. I don't really know. I can see it. I can feel it. I can taste it, but I can't explain it. Just like I can't explain Tav, which is also at life. Tav, at life. And I created that when 2 T's came together. So if anybody has anything to say it now. I'm looking at my Odyssey channel, and whoa. Let me see. I'm looking at my Odyssey channel, and And nobody has said a word. Apparently 8 people watching. That's okay. Okay, so Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Let's bring this world. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there that can create a program that finds some interest. Does it sound like I'm a beggar? You know, I'm just telling you the truth. I want to try something, and I'm calling out. How do you want me to do it? Right? How do you want? You put an ad in the paper. So I'm like putting an ad in the paper. I'm calling out. Somebody wants to buy this building. Somebody wants to help me. Why don't I do it myself? Whoop. Somebody wants to get involved and find me a programmer so I can put all the information that I have. Well, you have the same information, and we can share this program amongst us, and we'll be able to understand. Now, can it become? Well, let's not get into that. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of 88, purple Pegasus, red and blue. Thank you for watching this video. In fact, you know what? It's funny. I don't know if they do it on all of it, but on copper, they're showing me the crystal structure. 18 and 11. 639, 549, 7, 11. This is ironic. 14. The two numbers that create this are 16 and 14. Copper, third place. So the chemistry periodic table, right? 21 is the cube. 21 and 33 are part of the cube, right? But it works in 7s and 14s. So we're going to have to get number 7, which is nitrogen. And then we're going to have to go to number 14, which is silicon, which is going to equal to what is 28, scandium. So then we're going to go back and we're going to get nitrogen again, unless we go on level 2 and we use number 25, 2 and 5 magnesium equaling to 7. Or then we get to use 43, technicum, 4 and 3, 7. Or how about 7 and 6, 13? Because the inverse of 7 is 13. And where do I get that from? I get it from here, and I get it from the Mayans. What is crisscross 3, 4, 7? What is crisscross 1, 6? What is above is below, but above it's 9 and 4, 13. 7 and 6, 13. 8 and 5, 13. To what is 2 and 5, 7. Diamond. These are all the, they just put a head on you, eh? They put a head on you. Okay. Peace, love, share this apartment. I've got a video online, Art Mr. Tackpans. It's one of my main videos. Look it up, find it, share it with the world. Let's buy this building out and let's make something of the alphabet, arts and entertainment, mathematician between all of us. Peace and love.